G'day guys, in today's video I'm opening up a Lenovo Ideapad 3. We got the model number down here, which is 14ADA05. This particular one was manufactured in January 2021 and it has got a broken display. So if I open up the screen here, you can see we are broken. I'm going to press and hold the power button to kill the power to it. And then we're going to proceed to open this up to see if we can replace this. Granted, I'm pretty confident we should be right. So if I just put a fingernail in the side here, I can just lift the trim up. You hear it popping there. Same up along here. There is a bit of adhesive I can feel. Just a very thin amount of it. I keep going across here. Go. Now we keep going. Go. Go. And we are removed. Just showing you guys the tabs that are on here. If I can get my camera to focus for you. I'll put that aside for now. Open this back up. And looking on the screen here, there's no noticeable way to remove it. But looking at the very top sections here, we have some pull tabs here and here. So what I'd probably almost do, which I don't have time to do, is heat up the back of the back plastic along here with a little bit of a heat source, as that may help this adhesive lift easier. I'm going to give the pull tabs a go with some tweezers. Hopefully it's decent adhesive that does want to leave, unlike some other brands which seems to put it on and it never actually comes off. There we go, I've started the pull tab. And this seems to be leaving just fine, so we may not require the heat. And there we go, one tab removed. Go across to the other side here. Similar scenario. This. So I'm only using the tweezers to start it, and then from there I can just pull that adhesive out, which comes out with a bit of a rubbery texture. It feels like a bit like a rubber band with a bit of adhesive on it. And there we go. From here, should be able to fold this down. And here we go with the screen. Connected down here. So it does have a bit of a latch system to it. So I should just be able to flip that over. As you see, it's sprung up. I should be able to pull that back. There we go. So one screen disconnected. If you are curious what the factory screen model number is, right here. So we've got N140BGA-EA4. Granted, this is a 14-inch super slim panel, or I classify it as super slim, as it doesn't have any mounting points along the edges. So you don't have to specifically buy this brand, this model. There are many panels that will be compatible that can go in here. So we'll go off and try and find one of those. So I've managed to have a little bit of a victory. And as I mentioned about the brands, I do have a super slim panel on hand. And as you can see, we have a completely different brand, different model number, compatible part, same resolution. So there may be various other differences, but usually most people aren't picking them. And as I said about the super slim, a regular 14-inch panel that has the metal tabs up in the top corners, if you flipped it over, it would actually be looking kind of like that. It is slightly longer. So you do require to have the actual exact screen because it wouldn't physically fit in the frame itself. I'm going to put the broken one aside for now. Put this here. What I'm going to do is run just 2 strips of adhesive down here. Now you can go crazy with the adhesive. I typically use just some 3M tape that I have available. Pretty much you're right to use whatever you feel like as long as it's going to stay in there. So to me that should be fine. 1 strip along here. 1 strip along here. Granted, this isn't the same as the factory pull tabs. It will make a repeat of this job much more difficult. But if your screen's already broken and you have to get the panel out, you're probably not going to be too fussed about the screen getting even more broken as you remove it. There. Pull that off. Do check the screen is going to work before you install it. I've checked this one, it's checked out fine. So it should be right to go ahead with that. Well, it will be right to go ahead with that. Next up we want to reconnect the display. Do make sure your laptop is off. If you're really extremely cautious, you may be able to disconnect your battery. But granted, I've done plenty of these and I've had no issue as long as that machine is off. But there is the risk of damage happening. So from here, I'm just going to line it up. There we go. Slides under, pull it forward. And that swing tab should be able to swing back over like that. And yours should look something like that. If you get no image, disconnect and reconnect it. I typically pull these tab bits forward as well. Now let's get this panel in. So from here, it should be a matter of just folding it up. Granted, I do have a bit of a broken tab here, so I'm going to move that out of the way, just so it doesn't cause me issues when I'm putting the bezel back on. It should be able to fold up, sit it in a groove in the corner. There we go. That's on there. Next up is putting the bezel back on. Should be a matter of feeding it down here first. And where are we? Or does this section come off as well? Sometimes this section can slide off. Doesn't feel like it's going to. So I'm just going to push around it. Very well may need to come off. No. Okay, that should give me enough space to slide this in there. Like that. Crunch. It should just be a matter of pinching it together as you work around the screen. You do need to concentrate more on this bottom section first. There we go. There we go. You just need to push the cover back. So I'll just put a flathead screwdriver in there and twist. Not quite. seems to be better. Just give it a close and open just to make sure everything's okay. Yep. Hit the power button, and what do we get? We're good. So that's one way you can replace the screen in your Lenovo Ideapad 3. And I hope this helps, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.